What's up, y'all? This is Nick,
This is Ludwin.
and we're Wythe guys. We're gonna wear some clothes. We're gonna put on some cottons and linens on our body, vintage inspired. It's gonna look good. And we have the privilege of showing you all the first installment of Wythe for this spring-summer season. The first thing that we're going to talk about is actually something that Nick has on. It's a pair of what they call their flat front chino. It has these nice back cinches, and it's in what they call a rustic cotton canvas. It's a cotton linen cloth. It's going to be the same as the other white chinos you've seen from us before, but there's not a pleat to be found, just the nice adjustment with the brass buckle on the sides. It's got a roomy top block, straight leg, a little bit of a taper towards the bottom so it cleans up. You know, you're not getting like pooling, flooding. You know, we have some pants that are intentionally meant to get some nice drape and pooling at the shoe, but this, you know, put it on a nice little set of like some deck shoes, and you're looking clean, you're looking spiffy.
Super comfortable, super breathable, lightweight. Yeah, big fan for sure.
This color that he's wearing is a new color for us. It's kind of like that cinnamon brown, whereas the previous iteration we had was this natural undyed, I believe, cotton canvas, right? Or no, I think this is just like the khaki color. We have another one that is undyed. You'll see, it's a different fabrication. You'll actually see so soon that I'll show it to you right now. It's gonna be the, oh, this isn't the undyed one. This is the undyed, but it's the same shape. It is their classic pleated front chino. So you can see the differences between the one that he's wearing. This has a nice little like coin pocket up there. You still get the coin pocket, but aside from that, the front details, you get a pleat. And the cloth, you can't experience this in person, but over the camera, I hope this translates well. This is also cotton linen, but it has a much more breathable, I'd say, feel. I feel like this kind of has a more lived-in hand, a little bit more slub to it, some more regularity. It's kind of what you expect of a summer pant, whereas the rustic chino has some more heft to it, some more weight. It's not that it's not fit for the spring. It still works, yeah. It has a good substance to it. But yeah, this just has some different textures. So similar fabrications, different applications. Oh, that was pretty nice. I was like rapping there. I didn't think about that. That was nice. But we have the two restocks, which is this faded olive and this unbleached kind of like off-white cotton linen. And the new one for us, you know, getting a little bit more moody, we've got the black cotton linen. I think this is a really good addition. I like to wear black shoes with a lot of things, and I think black pants and a black shoe is a really good anchor to pretty much any outfit. You don't have to go full black. That's like, you know, if you're in your emo era. But most of us are just gonna wear it with like a white tee, denim shirt, and it's just gonna look really, really nice. Yeah. Next up, we are pivoting off of pants. That is all the trousers that we have from Wythe this season. As a matter of fact, I might as well tell you about the sizing. They're just standard US waist sizes. I believe Nick is wearing a size 30?
30.
He's wearing a size 30, and I think it fits him quite true. I think that's how you want to wear it. And yeah, that's how you take these. This one I will mention is, since with it being a looser weave, you're gonna notice a little bit more stretching sooner, as opposed to these are gonna wear kind of closer to denim, where the more you wear them, there will be some stretch. When you wash it, it'll shrink back up. Same with these, but looser weave, so you can expect that a little more dramatically. Next up, we have some tees. New set of tees for us. These are, you can hold this bad boy. It is, they're tubular knit tees, so very similar to the white tees they've stocked in the past, but now with a nice vintage hit with these ringer style trimmings. We have starting from the one in my hand, I believe this is the Celadon, which is like a nice faded green. We got the faded navy, you know, kind of like that, like blue, and then we've got the apricot on Nick's left hand there. And yeah, how do you feel about these, Nick?
They're great. I mean, yeah, perfectly fitting and super nice kind of year-round weight. I'm definitely going to be wearing these pretty much every day in the summertime.
Yeah,
super nice.
And if you are familiar with Wythe's tees in the past, where they've also done these kind of just like tubular, kind of like base layer tees. They're a lot lighter weight, I'd say, and they're a lot trimmer of a cut. So most people size up in these to get like a proper fit. I feel like these are cut in mind to just be worn on their own. I think if you take your usual US letter size, you're gonna be doing pretty all right with these. No need to size up. You can, but I think, especially with a ringer tee, you kind of want it to be a little more fitted. You want these sleeve cuffs to kind of go around your arms. These, I feel like, are cut with a wider arm opening than some, so unless you're like goosed, it's not gonna fill it up that much. But, you know, no need to exaggerate that effect. You kind of want to keep it a bit truer in shape. We sell these as a 3-pack, so you can get all 3 of these colors in one order, whereas with the white tee, we sell them also as a 3-pack, but you just get 3 of these nice clean pocket tees in that 3-pack. And I do like how the pocket's done. It's not like just like a regular square pocket you're getting from like a, I don't know, a regular like supermarket brand. It has a, a little bit more refined, something that you see that pocket tee, you're like, that's either vintage or that's Wythe. And sometimes, eventually you wear this in 20 years, it can be vintage and Wythe. That's pretty cool. I think that's cool. Next up, we've got a little bit of a stunner, kind of like the, I'd say, the big deal for Wythe this season. We've got their kind of like a take on an Eisenhower jacket. It's like a little bit of a crop shape. It's got the belt waist. They call it their day tripper. And you've got these like little hippie reference, these trippy patches. You get the nice peace sign on your left shoulder, and on the right shoulder, this sweet little flower. If you know the name of this flower, drop it in the comments right now. I'm not like a what's it called? Not a botanical botanist. I'm not a botanist, but yeah. So it's a cool flower. I like it. It's a little cool. What do you think about it?
I think it's really nice. Yeah, I love the crop shape on it. The self belt makes it super unique, and I love that there's pleats on the bottom. Makes it a little bit comfier, a little bit roomier.
Yeah, we actually
keeps the back nice and clean as well.
Ooh, yeah, you can see that. There's some pleats, some darting on the back to kind of keep that waist brought in if the belt wasn't doing enough. And you also get these sweet little epaulets on the shoulders. Functional, you can unbutton them. You could, if you're not a fan of epaulets, just chop them off. But I think they work well with the style.
Gotta say, a nice little detail on them as well is the undercolor stitching. Very like vintage inspired, was a big thing in the 50s. And yeah, just a sweet little detail that they threw in there.
I like it. I think that just adds a little more collar, a little more structure to the collar, because otherwise the collar can just be like a little floppy kind of afterthought. So they're really putting detail and consideration into these. And it's pretty sweet. The pockets also have a nice like a gusseted like bellows box plate situation happening there. So you could add a bunch of stuff. You could like, in the fall winter, put like warm chestnuts in there. Ooh. And you keep your whole torso nice and warm.
Jelly beans.
Jelly beans, really good, nice jiggle to them. We've got it styled on this mannequin right here. I think it's, pretty nice, expertly styled situation. Me and my friend Nick put this together, and you can see how like the apricot picks up off the celadon, picks up of all this stuff. It looks really nice. We'll talk about these in the mannequin fit video. We need to go over all of it. But yeah, you can see the shape. It's cinched in the waist. You get a nice volume in the body. It's very sweet. You're gonna want to take your true size on this bad boy, and you're gonna look clean. And then next up, we've got their kind of like standard button-down shirts, but it's a fleet of them. It's friendly faces, ones you know and love. This one is their vintage work shirt. It's in that like sun-faded cotton chambray. Their work shirt features like these two acorn-shaped pockets. It has those indigo dyed Carozo nut buttons, and then you've got the full button front going down. You get a sweet little collar tab up here too, just a nice little old workwear reference. And yeah, these are going to be a little bit more relaxed in shape than a lot of their shirts, but you're still going to want to take your true size. As you know, cotton is expected to shrink a little bit with wash. Even if you're washing on cold and drying, it's going to be a little bit different than one you're getting here. So do have that expected. Don't look at measurements and say, wow, this shirt is so big, I need to size down. Do not, because then once you do that and then it shrinks up a little bit, you're going to be like, wow, I wish I took my regular size. So please do that. Please heed this advice. Take your true size. It looks good. Next up, we have 4 shirts, the same shirts, but different colors. It's actually the one that Nick is also wearing, an expert model. You're wearing your what size? Small here?
Size small, yeah.
Size small.
Size 15, true to size.
There you go. Yeah, they have the numbered neck collar sizes on the back here, but you will see them listed with a letter size as listed on the packaging that they come in. So 15 correlate to a small, and then they kind of go by half an increment and then full increments. So you can check it out on the website. But we have 4 colors. Their original colors they started with was this white, kind of Oxford cloth, the classic vintage blue navy, not navy, just vintage blue, and then the blue and white stripe. So this was like the original trio, the triumvirate that really put Wythe on the map, really strong details, and then the green that you see Nick here wearing expertly. This is just like really beautiful vintage references. I think especially in that size tag that you saw me show before, it's kind of back in the day, people used to like, write their name on the back of Oxford so you know like whose it is at work or whatever. And if you go to like vintage spots and like you found one, a lot of times you'll find dudes' names in the back of these, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. This guy likes buying vintage stuff, so he knows everything actually. Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoy the unstructured collar going on. When you leave it unbuttoned, it kind of takes a little. Roll. Yeah, you get a nice roll. Look at it on him. You see that? Look at that bell.
Check that collar roll.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Great.
So you get the locker loop on the back. Just every single vintage like nod that you could expect. Peter Middleton, the designer at Wythe, really puts a lot of time and effort into picking up those details so the real like vintage heads respect it and appreciate it.
Shout out Peter. Shout
out
Michael.
Both of them, we really enjoy the Wythe guys because, as I said, we're Wythe guys. Yeah. So
Wythe
last
up.
up, we've got what you may have noticed, another Wythe accessory sitting on the dome of my friend Nick here. We have stocked Wythe hats in the past, and this is a new shape for us as well as some new details going on. It's made out of a cotton canvas, so it's a pretty hardy feel. I'd say it's closer in line with like the rustic chino feel. And we've got a nice 3 colors. We've got like the unbleached natural up there. We have the camp khaki, and both of those feature the Wythe lasso embroidery in like this nice rainbow multicolor. I think it works well with these colors just because they're like very easy neutrals, and you get a nice pop of color. But then we have some stronger colors like this nice like ultramarine blue. Let me put this on the side. Oh, I'll just even wear it. Boom. don't wear it like this. You get like a forest green and this like ultramarine blue with the like golden brown tonal Wythe lasso, and it just complements the colors really nicely. You get the nice vintage green underbrim. It's not like super shiny satin or anything. It kind of it gives the illusion of like a very well-worn kind of like satin. In some lights you'll see some iridescence, but it's not super like bright or obvious. It does have a snapback so you can adjust, so no worries on hat sizing. Most people will be able to accommodate their dome. Yeah, and that's it. That's Wythe. That's what we've got. Really, really cool stuff. Please like, comment, subscribe. I love YouTube.
Hit the
I
bell.
love it. Ooh, hit the
bell.
bell. Do everything
Gotta
you
hit
want to
the bell.
do. If you don't hit the bell, then you'll never tell what's coming out. See y'all.